All right, last time on Strahd, our heroes made it out of the wolf den alive, surprisingly, and they made their way to the village of Krezik. Once they arrived in the village of Krezik, they decided their first stop would be the Abbey of St. Markovia. And once arriving at the Abbey, they each made their own individual way inside, where they met two oddball characters named Otto and Siegfried. Otto has a very strange way of receiving new materials that's going to be relinquished to the Abbey, and Siegfried kind of stand by and let it happen. A few of them snuck over the wall and brought their weapons with them, and a few of them turned in their weapons to Otto. Upon arriving inside of the Abbey of St. Markovia, they realized that things are a little different here. And I think that was about it.
That's where we basically stopped after the unpleasantness.
I mean, Otto seemed like he was having a good time.
He's having a
Having
great time.
great time looking those swords. He was going on that katana.
It's just wrong.
Too strong.
Didn't he get Ileana's staff?
Oh yeah, she was a guinea pig.
Yeah, he was up and down that rod.
Yeah, he was having a grand old time.
There he was licking mine. I was just sitting there like, yeah.
You're a sicko.
So, bad DM, I slapped myself on the hand for this later. I didn't have the map ready for you guys, but I have it ready now. And
All good.
we also got all the character sheets, and everything should be squared away.
Back in my day, there were no maps.
Used to do it old school. It was all theater of the mind. But here we are.
Oh God, that reminded me of those people at the
So-
game shop.
Where would you guys like to start?
Going forward,
Let's see. Where we-
Yeah, away from the weirdos.
just noticing through the windows, we see a couple people.
They're not weirdos. They just think differently than you.
Fair.
Those were those like the people we're seeing in the windows. Those were those people we heard like howling and barking and whatnot.
Oh no, those people were definitely not howling and barking. They look very regal as you pass by those windows.
Oh, okay.
They seem as if they're having a light conversation.
Is it a conversation we could perhaps listen in on?
Well, if your perception is high enough, you might be able to hear a few words.
Let's fuck around and find out. You know what I'm gonna do? Which I never do. I'm gonna BG3 this shit.
You gonna cast guidance?
Yeah. You know? Kerpow!
All right. So as you sidle up to the window, you hear the abbot and Vasilka speaking to one another, and it seems as if they're going over proper etiquette. Now, Vasilka, you can only see the back of her head, and she has very long black flowing hair, and she seems to be dressed in a fine dress, and the abbot is dressed in very plain, like monk type robes with like a brown robe and a knotted braid tied around his waist.
Hmm.
But he seems to be instructing her on proper etiquette and formal evening attire. Like, using the right fork at the table and stuff like that.
Okay. Seems
Very
innocent
benign
enough.
conversation.
We did. Etesian did track the silver hair here, right?
He
Mhm.
did track the silver hair.
Okay. I guess I would just wait for Etesian to like do his thing, hunt, pursue a lead, so on and so forth. Unless he's not here.
I'm here.
That's
Oh.
the family.
So the gravel road passes between the two small outbuildings, and Either side stretches to about a 5 foot high, 3 foot thick wall of jumbled stone held together with mortar. Uh, Blocking the road of the iron gates are the two outbuildings and they're on rusty hinges, and they appear to be unlocked. As you look through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall, and a belfry protrudes from the rooftop closer to the north wing, which sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. A chimney billowing gray smoke. Excuse me.
DM problems. Just gonna keep going forward then. Because I'm curious.
As you enter towards the courtyard, nestled between the rising and plunging cliffs are four rectangle garden plots that are enclosed in 5 foot high wall that are mortared stone. White rabbits nibble on turnips uprooted by the cold, and two lifeless scarecrows with stuffed golems and the sackcloth heads are shown to the north in the little garden there. The Abbey's east wing looms over the garden, and its shattered windows are dark and disturbing. The door leads into a forlorn edifice, which apparently isn't as abandoned as one would have hoped. From within comes laughter and wailing of things that should not be.
The hell?
From within this room comes laughter, or from which direction? I'm sorry.
From over here to the north area inside this building. And one of the things that you see is someone's chained to a post. They look to be human-esque, but not quite human. In front of you are three troughs that look like they're used to feed wild animals. You see that there's like gnawed bits of the troughs to the left and right. You hear chickens clucking from beyond the small coops against the walls here to your left and right.
Etienne, where do the tracks go?
They go that way.
Which would indicate this building here.
Which one again? I'm sorry.
Well,
To the other left.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we got tracks to the left, wailing to the north, and the chained person like thing. Are they moving? Do they appear alive?
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to take off in flight, but as soon as they get to the edge of the chain goes taut. You hear a loud like rattling of the chain, and it seems like this person's trying to fly off, but they're chained to this post.
Can I make some sort of knowledge check to see if I recognize what type of human-like thing this is?
Please do.
Would it be like nature, religion, society, arcana?
Give it a nature check.
Okay. I don't know.
You haven't seen anything like this before, but as much as it appears to be, it looks like a human woman with like bat wings, and she just keeps on trying to take off. She hasn't even noticed you guys in the front yard.
Soleil, I can tell you that is not a Tengu.
Is that?
Appreciate that.
Like, I'm wondering if she's another mongrel folk.
I don't know. She's
are
tied
all
down for a reason.
Are all mongrel folk like dog folk? Would we? I have that.
Remember, mongrel folk could take on most any animal nature. So there's some that are bats. There's some that are like spider-like.
Okay.
There are some that are like more like dogs. Some that are, like got crocodile skin and like duck feet.
So this mongrel, the whole, I remember some of it, and we established that the mongrel folk was a curse almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could we potentially make like an arcana or an occultism check to see if this is a particular one as well?
You could.
Doesn't matter which one.
Whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'll say we know you're not a fan of occultism.
No, but I was gonna, regardless, I was gonna be like, if it's mongrel folk, and it's part of Barovia, do I get that fortune?
Oh yeah.
Bruh. Let me roll that again then. Ileana rolled a 27 though. That's pretty good.
Dude, that one.
What one?
It almost like it bounced. This dice and the last one, every time you rolled it, it almost landed on one. It just one extra roll for you.
Man,
Oh,
that's,
yeah,
One
with
extra
the,
turn.
that's gonna be my night.
With the 27 and 26, you guys can definitely tell that these people are cursed, and there's a dark aura kind of looming around all of them.
Not my problem.
Dijon, you took the words right from my mouth.
we got other priorities right now.
We have certain things we need to attend to. Before that, we could offer any assistance. I assume, with the greater threat of the particular land, if we took care of that, we take care of the curse.
You will not find any argument from this.
You said that the tracks go this way, Tijan.
Yep, to the south.
Then I say we head to the south. I think our beautiful voice should be the first one to.
As you guys approach, you
Oh,
hear
you need a giant squawk?
gentle sounding music that kind of trickles from above, playing on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is a large 50-foot square room with arched leading glass windows, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits atop an iron rack above the fire at the hearth, and with the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In the corner, there's a large wooden staircase that climbs to the upper level, and in another corner, a staircase that descends down into darkness. Several chairs sit around a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the entire room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing between which a young woman with alabaster skin is dressed in a red gown, with her auburn hair is neatly bundled so it doesn't touch her soft shoulders. She seems as if though she were lost in her own thoughts. Also, the handsome man you saw earlier in brown monk's robes gently takes the woman by her hand, and a painted wooden holy symbol that depicts the sun hangs from around his neck. And he moves with the grace of a saint. And they haven't seemed to notice you guys like entering the great hall here.
Ileana won't move
Knock.
further, but she will kind of do a
And that kid was like, knock, knock.
And the gentleman that's dealing with the woman here kind of looks up from what he was doing, and he was, I wasn't aware that we were going to have guests.
I apologize for the intrusion. I pray hope we did not interrupt something too important.
He says, "No, it's fine. I just wasn't expecting anyone today. Please come sit. Can I get you anything? Perhaps some wine and salt?"
Yes.
Yes, wine and salt would
And
be
he
perfect for this occasion.
he nods his head to the woman, and she stands from her seat and begins to walk slowly. She doesn't really acknowledge the fact that you're all there, but she goes down into the cellar area.
Can I get like a more, I guess, like a perception on her to like,
Yeah, is she a zombie?
I'm kind of like trying to look at all her features. Not only that, like the smell and everything as well. Like, are we getting like anything out of the ordinary? I guess basically with this perception skill.
Go ahead, roll perception.
Yep, I see the one now.
I
Uh,
want to
for-
try. Please.
Oh, feel free.
She walked right in front of me.
Natural 20. Oh my goodness.
From what you saw as she walked directly in front of you, Soleil, it seems as if she has stitching that's holding her together.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Give me that night before.
So, all right,
Christmas.
hold on. With a natural 20, does Soleil maybe divine sense she's undead?
Give me a religion check.
Okay. If I fail this, I'm fucking hero rolling this shit.
It's not bad.
It's odd. She has all the trappings of an undead,
Mm-hmm.
but your divine sense isn't picking up undead from her.
Oh,
Hmm.
bro. Arcane or occultism? Is she is she a golem? I'll let you decide. Whichever one tickles your fancy more.
That would be an arcana.
Oof. Hurtful. One of these days I'll roll.
I mean, that was above average, bro. You can't be too mad.
Oh, it's one above average.
Hey, man, after
It is
last
good
week,
roll.
we're going to take it.
Oh man. Solid
It-
pictures too, Levi, for
It
the
is a
app.
good
And
roll, and you would get the feeling that this is a flesh golem.
oh, interesting woman there, Abbott.
Oh yes, she's some of my finest work as of late. I'm trying to figure out this curse, and I've had to do a bit more experimenting.
Is an interesting
But I
thing
think I'm
for
close
an
to a
Abbott.
breakthrough. And the woman that had went downstairs comes up, and she has a tray with wine and salt on top of it. And as gracefully as she can, she's like placing, some wine and salt in front of everybody that's seated at the table. And she returns to her place at the head of the table. And Abbott nods at her, and she sits.
Do you speak, dear?
And she looks towards the abbot before she speaks, and the abbot nods towards her, and she says, "It is a pleasure to meet you all. Thank you for coming. Is there anything else I could offer you besides salt and wine?"
More conversation. This is interesting. This curse that you speak of, is it for the mongrel folk?
Yes, unfortunate circumstances of what's going on here with the Lord of Barovia, Strahd von Verovich. These people are suffering, and hopefully I could find a resolution to this curse before I leave this place.
If I may wager a guess, is your attempt to perhaps graft human-like appendages back onto the people, that they may once again live as humans or something close to it?
Yes, your assertion would be very close to exactly what I'm trying to do.
Has that bear any fruit?
It's odd, the curse that they suffer from, old flesh doesn't take to their new, shall we say, constitution. And I haven't been able to find the right connection.
Did you ever think that the curse was in the blood?
I've experimented on their blood, and oddly enough, most of their blood is very human, even though they have all these animalistic features.
Interesting. Or maybe it could be on the spirit itself. Again, we are sorry for the intrusion, but we are looking for someone. Itijan. Here, our friend
Yes.
here has tracked someone with silver hair. Do you still have it? Actually, quick question: did you grab some of her hair on the
Yeah, he
ground?
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, kind of like not pointing you, but waving my hand for you to come closer, so you can show the hair. Someone from the Lycan clan.
Ah, yes, Bianca, I believe is her name.
Did she stop by?
Yes, recently I offered her a room with our other guest.
Does
She
she?
happen to still be here.
She did come down earlier today for a meal that she shared with Vasilka and I, and she returned back to her quarters since. I haven't seen her come downstairs.
So she is here within this building. Can we see her?
Uh, please feel free. You have your salt and wine. I bear no ill will towards you. If you'd like to go upstairs and visit, you have my leave of the table.
Standing and bowing. You are
Can we
most
ask what
hospitable.
room? So we don't disturb others.
It should be the furthest south room, closest to the castle walls.
Thank you. Wouldn't want to knock on everybody else's door.
Oh,
If I
please
may.
be careful. Cloven is about to feed the rest of our guest here, and things tend to get a little bit rambunctious during feeding time.
Is there anything I could roll to try and help? Like maybe think of a potential solution to his flesh crafting issue?
Ooh.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Oh,
Oh, can I help with my crafting? Since that's geared towards my alchemy style, the Kyrigan. Is that how you say it?
Sounds good
Oh.
enough for me.
Yeah, the
We're gonna have to
Chirigan.
DM.
I think it's really chibi surgeon, right? That's what it is.
Yeah,
It is.
I think that'll work.
I will assist you, boss lady. God dang. Let's go.
I was like, you probably should take the roll with that.
You want me to just take the roll, boss?
can we just take the roll?
Yeah,
I'll give
I'm
it to you.
like real talk. Like I'm assisting Eliana, but like no, like this. Yeah, there you go.
I want to see Eliana just roll in case she were to crit.
I kind of do too.
Fail.
No, not crit fail. Don't you
Not
put
crit
that out
fail,
there,
bro.
I don't want
Come
to
on.
fail, but I like to, I like to see the outcome. Random.
man. Like
Yeah.
the memes, huh?
D&D is gamble.
D&D is gamble.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Almost as good.
four away from a crit. That was pretty close.
It was close. It was close.
I would like to see crit either way.
All right, with the 34. It seems like the abbot might be onto something. The only problem is it's not dead flesh that he can use to repair. It has to be living flesh grafted to replace their animal parts.
That would be quite the issue.
Oh,
Indeed.
get into some real alchemist stuff.
Slash
yeah,
baby undeadery.
Like kind of
Time to grow some clones, baby.
like legit kind of like hinting towards that to Ileana so that she can like figure it out herself and then tell the abbot like yeah that's how it goes.
Let's all do that. He's gonna take
Could help.
living people flesh. He's gonna take actual living flesh.
Well, you never know. It's up to the person and their information, what they want to do with it.
Well, good Abbot, it seems with the help of my dear colleague here that the issue that you are most certainly coming up against is that you will need living flesh in order to succeed in your experiments, in order to succeed in what you are trying to do.
Yes, it seems that you've come to the same conclusion I have. I'm just not willing to risk such things.
No,
Those
quite
experiments would
understandable.
be very greatly frowned upon here.
I
What
imagine
if-
people would not take too kindly, obviously.
If I may, a practice that was common amongst the orphanage were people volunteering themselves to help us with disease and sickness. Maybe instead of going all the way with your thoughts, we can possibly just have volunteers assist without it being too fatal.
Maybe
is a
there is
mighty
a
ask.
possibility of cloning. Regrowing something that's already there.
Well, there are a few in the world of Barovia that have the ability to regenerate, but the people that I know that are able to do those things are, shall we
Undead.
say, tainted by the world of Barovia.
Well, we do know that some reptiles have the ability to regenerate. Maybe if you can learn from them, you can find ways to regenerate the corrupted flesh of your mongrel folk.
Who are these individuals you speak of?
That would be the vampire spawn.
I
They
had
seem to have an innate ability to regenerate their lost limbs and torn flesh, but I'd fear replacing one curse with another would only further their suffering.
You see
course,
Soleil turn and spit.
Are vampire spawn not also undead, or am I not well versed?
I had hoped that you had meant something other than the spawn of vampires, but oh well.
There are some werefolk who have shown the ability to regenerate, but again, we're replacing one problem with another. Should someone succumb to lycanthropy, things don't always turn out well, especially with insanity that I've been dealing with the mongrel folk here, as they're so unrighteously named, but far be it
Yes.
from me to change the whole stigma.
Yes, it is quite a detestable name to be calling people, but there's not much we can do about it, I suppose. Still, this insanity you speak of, do all of the folk end up suffering from that, or is it only a few?
It's my belief that their madness is a problem of their inbreeding, mostly. Should we get them all separated from another, I believe it could be bred out, but it seems they all have their own individual quirks from what I've noticed, and I haven't found the most stable that I have found would be Cloven, but even he is far gone sometimes.
I see. And she kind of like gets real pensive and tries to like tries to say the next sentence very carefully. Would ridding ourselves of the perpetrator of the curse undo it, or has the inbreeding gone too far to remove it in that manner?
That is quite the question. From my knowledge and time that I've spent here at the Abbey, I would say that if you remove the originator of the curse, it is most likely that the curse would subside, but the insanity that they are suffering from might be permanent for the most part.
That is most sad. I'm sad cannot do more for them in that case.
I do what I can to ease their suffering, but this is a problem that is far beyond myself, and I believe far beyond that of Saren Ray as well.
Of course.
Soleil kind of
What?
gives him like a, I doubt it.
True believer.
Yeah.
Clearly, you have not read the words of Sarenrae.
Not only have I read them, I wrote them.
Okay.
The gods can only
What?
the gods can only interfere so much in this world. There are some things that are beyond their purview.
Who
Yes, it
brings
seems
the light of Sarenrae even to this darkness?
Gods, they do not care. Only those of us who are mortals care. That is why we fight. That is why we love. That is why we do outrageous things. Like defend a land that is complacent. Abbott, what is wrong with that child out front? Why is she tied up?
Oh, you must be speaking of Mishka. She so badly craves her freedom, and amongst most of the Mongol folk, she's one of the only that has actually mastered flight. I fear that if she gets loose, something terrible might happen to her and bring that ire upon the Abbey. It's my duty to keep all of these people as safe as I can, and for her own safety, I have to allow her to enjoy her time in the yard, but tethering her to the post is the only thing that keeps her from going off on her own. And like I said,
So-
her being out in the open might draw ire to the Abbey.
So
It's
you
for her own
deny her
sake.
freedom? It's her choice how to live, is it not?
All freedoms have their cost.
Her cost is being one of the cursed ones. Why not
I
let
know
her?
it's not her choice, and nor is it mine to keep her there, but
Oh, if
you
it
can
is not
see for the
her choice,
safety of the St. Markovia's Abbey, and all of the people present here, I have to keep all these people here.
You believe her wandering would draw ire towards the Abbey?
I believe that most people outside of these walls don't understand the complete problem.
I don't disagree with your assessment. I simply just wish to help clarify.
I don't like the fact that she wants to be free and she is not allowed.
Yeah.
My friends, we have traveled to a unfortunate land that is not fair in any matter of in any way fair to any of the people here.
That is true.
I think what he is doing is unfortunate, but ultimately necessary if he wishes to keep the majority safe. We should not judge too harshly.
No. I do not wish to judge. I wish to find an alternative way.
He looks
Agreed.
to Soleil and he kind of says, "Shouldn't the greater good be what's the most important? One person suffering shouldn't bring on suffering towards the rest."
Man, I have such an anime view on that. Save them all.
You know,
Like
Is that not-
Naruto.
Are those not the words of Saren Ray herself?
perhaps at one time Saren Ray said those things. I don't, try to call myself a prophet or a scholar of Saren Ray. I'm more so just try to feel her guidance and allow her to use me as her tool. It's been troubling and difficult, I could say the least, to travel through Barovia when my moral compass is a bit haywire here. There are truths and half-truths that, you know, in my old life I would have reacted differently to. So I guess you could say I'm still trying to find my way here and try to find the path that Saren Ray would like me to follow. So I will not judge your choices too harshly, but I can't say that they sit well with me.
The brightest lights cast the longest shadows. Remember those words as you continue your trek here in Barovia.
Can I do either like a perception or religious check to see if like this guy is giving me like Saren Ray charlatan vibes?
Please do.
Like
How
fucking
old is this
false
guy?
prophet shit. I'm gonna roll a hero point because, or use a hero point because he gives me hella bad vibes. That's not much better.
I mean, everything that he's saying, like he's quoting scripture word for word.
Sure, but I mean, so does like, you know, teleprophets or whatever, right? Like,
Televangelists.
yeah, like, and yet they got fucking Bugattis, right? So, like, I guess.
I mean, you see him; he's in very simple robes, and like I said, he's eating off of wooden dishware. He's not living a life of luxury over here.
Some wooden dishware is nice.
Sure, I mean, I guess like I'm not getting he's using the Saren Ray for profit shit, but like, God, I rolled so bad. I was hoping I could get a vibe of like, is he trying to influence me to do something more in line with what he wants me to do versus like actual Saren Ray shit, you know?
From what he's saying, he doesn't seem to be influencing you one way or another. He's just quoting scripture. I guess he's kind of looking to engage you in a diatribe.
Oh,
I mean, my brother's more the scholar of Saren Ray than me. I'm more the vibes guy, you know?
gut feeling.
I'm more like the crusader out on the front line. He's more like the theological guy. But I mean, I'll talk Saren Ray vibes with him all day, you know, about how I feel about Saren Ray. I don't like, that's the thing, bro. My Saren Ray knowledge is all about how I feel, not about what the words say in the books.
Revenge is like, I feel it. The heaven
Vibe-based
speaks
religion.
truth.
It is a vibe-based religion for me.
Man, that sounds like it needs to be on one of our shirts. Vibe-based religion.
Hey,
It's like-
that's kind of dope, actually.
That is pretty dope. You know, Honam all day. It's part of the group. It's part of the sayings now. Honam all day. Trees don't belong on trains.
Vibe-based religion. I like it.
Vibe-based religion.
So you guys kind of smell like a hot turnip and rabbit soup, and
Gross.
you hear like church bells ringing,
They gross.
and then you hear like this uproarious like canter of a cacophony, if you will, of animal sounds: elephants, giraffes, donkeys,
Oh, feeding
lions, tigers, and bears. Just
Oh my.
Oh my.
it sounds insane out there, and you just hear like just the wildest stampede of different animals coming from one place to another.
That sounds like feeding time.
He's like, yes,
Balthazar, run!
when Cloven rings the bell, it's time for feeding.
I feel like Balthazar would probably trying to feed himself too.
Would it be, I suppose, prudent to stay out of the way until that's done?
Yes, it gets a little rambunctious during feeding time.
I would love to witness this. And I start walking towards it.
Yeah, I think we will go and talk to our white-haired friend,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Where's the feeding happening?
It's gonna be out in the main yard.
Yep.
You'd be able to view it from upstairs, like as you guys were approaching. Remember, I was telling you how there was like scarecrows. These dash lines kind of represent like a walkway up above where you're standing at, so you'd be able to look down into the courtyard from upstairs.
Hey, the scarecrows move.
The scarecrows are actually so if you guys went up the stairs there at the Abbey, you would come out.
My screen
So
is
let me-
black.
Oh yeah. Let me place your characters on you, man. You have no tokens.
You have no tokens here.
And as you guys come up the stairs, you see Cloven is there playing his little violin, and that's where that music, the beautiful music that you heard, was coming from Cloven.
Ileana will give him a bow as she walks up. So that is lovely. Your music has been lovely to listen to.
Oh my God!
You zoomed in on it too, huh?
No, legit. Cloven got that Total Recall head under his thing.
And as Cloven's playing with his crab claw and his violin, the little baby head speaks to you.
No.
Thank you very much.
We try our best.
See Tarbez step back behind everybody. What the hell?
Like, of all things, this doesn't affect Ileana at all. It just rolls with it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing like I just can't take my eyes off it. Just like, how?
How did
What?
where did you learn to play? If I may ask.
We are self-taught.
It is it is well done. Please do not let me keep you from your playing. It is most enjoyable to hear.
I must be going now. I have to feed my brothers and sisters.
Ah, forgive me.
Yo,
Steps
Nike
out of his-
just
steps out of
walks
his
away.
That's no for me.
that was Artesians.
That is like legit vomit. Felt like it was coming up. Oh,
And as you
man.
guys are going into the courtyard, and you hear like this uproarious cacophony of animals screaming and yelling at each other, you see the mongrel folk, and like I said, all of them have like different mismatched body parts, like crab claws and turtle shells. They've got bear heads with crocodile bodies and duck feet, and they're just pushing each other out of the way to try to fight and get to those troughs. Like, it looks like complete madness down there.
As everyone's
Looks like a
walking
fun
away,
little brawl.
as everyone's walking away, Ileana just kind of looks at them and says, "I don't know why you are all so put off by his appearance. You should hang out with more wizards. There's always some sort of abomination like that hanging around."
Be rude, but you notice I'm a Tengu, right? I'm
Yes.
mostly around other Tengu. That was a big surprise for me.
Are there no
was
Tengu
nightmare
wizards?
fuel.
That was nightmare.
Are there no Tengu wizards?
Not from my land.
It's 9 o'clock. I gotta put the kiddo to bed.
For sure.
10-minute break.
That will haunt my dreams. But I am very saddened. But that there was a
Oh, at least the
visceral effect.
horns. At least the horns on the baby. Like if the horns were on the baby, that'd be totally more
Oh
different.
God, is that what those were? I thought those were like another set of ears on top of him.
No, those one looks like it's a broken horn even.
If I say, it looks like they're both broken.
Oh man, hence the name Cloven. Probably a wee ram. Nah, for real though, that did make me think of the Total Recall thing, of the dude had that baby on his chest, the psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Very Total Recall.
oof. It's a good thing nobody's like a champion that deals with abominations. This be a fight. Like, would you deal with them, but they're innocent, but they are abominations? Do we purge them? That would have been a tough moral dilemma.
Yeah, good thing they're not undead, right?
Yeah, good thing. And then the other one was a flesh golem, so it wasn't. I don't know if those are technically undead.
Apparently not.
Have to do some studies on them. Good thing we have a wizard. He was like, "You're gonna have to hang around more wizards. This ain't nothing."
Shit, nothing to a wizard boss.
Shall we find our rare friend?
We shall. This is our inner dialogues of us just talking mad crap about what's going on. Oh man, I don't want to get too far.
I
Oh,
might have some booby traps or something.
Some what?
Might have a booby trap that like Bianca set up or something, you know?
That's a good point. Oh, man. BRB bio.
That's a good idea.
All right, I'm back. Kiddo's in bed.
I know Mo and Travis went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm back. Duh. What? Hello?
I'm back.
There's one.
What the fuck? Why is my Discord wrong? Hello? Oh, there we go.
All right. Who we waiting on still?
Just Mo.
And just,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. EJ here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm up.
I don't think I placed Lucy on the map, did I?
Negative.
I'll say not that it matters, but so yeah, like I was saying, the scarecrows kind of line the abbey wall looking outward. They wear tattered chain shirts and carry spears with rusty heads. and the courtyard below is kind of blanketed in fog as you hear the madness of the animals ripping into the what was a rabbit and turnip stew. You see Cloven kind of go down there and dump the stew into the trough, and like there's steam still coming off of it, but these animals don't even wait for it to cool down. They just start digging in and like fighting over the bits of food that are in there.
Oh man.
And you see it's kind of one of those things where the strong eat the weak, and they're just tossing the little ones outside, and the biggest ones are in there just stuffing their faces.
Watch your fingers.
That seems a rough existence, to be quite honest.
Yeah, not a fan.
All right, Mr. DM. I'll let you have fun with this one for me. Obviously I'm a bird, so my instincts are to be scared of scarecrows. What do you want me to roll?
Roll a will save.
Yeah.
As you like come out and see him, you're like, oh, and you run back inside.
I ain't going out there.
It takes some convincing before they're like, it's just sticks with straw, bro. Like, calm down.
Oh, you see one of those? They looked at me. It
Put
moved.
like a hood over him.
Put a hood over me.
Just lead them across the bed. Nervous.
I turn, I say, is the food actually that good?
I mean, the rabbit stew smelled like it was pretty good.
That's right. Masquerade said he wanted to watch the feeding.
I might join it.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
I did grow up in the woods.
He's not above it.
All right, I mean, yeah.
He'll eat it.
Dr. Nikia, you might have to walk me through this. The scarecrows, they're looking at me.
Holding out her hand. Come, my friend, come. It is okay. See, they are inanimate. And she like pokes them.
Don't poke them.
Do not
Already
worry.
to jump, right?
You're going to poke just the right one and something's going to happen. Watch.
Well,
And remember, the abbot said there was the door to the south that they have their guest quarters.
Which, what's the biggest animal down there?
stop it, Jervez.
It would look like a black bear. Like it's a mix between like a black bear and a crocodile.
I turn to Soleil. Brother,
Hmm.
the croc bear looks tasty.
Okay.
Like my boy knows he's a lizard folk, right?
Yeah, he does. He knows he's so okay with it.
Copy that.
Lizards eat other lizards.
That's true. Some do.
That's
Some
exactly what I
do.
was about to say.
Some do. You're right.
I mean, do what you
Wait,
gotta
where's
do, I
Balthazar?
guess.
Where's Balthazar?
Man, he out there with the mongrel folk eating.
No. No. Let's hope he's just eating and not being eaten.
And as you guys approach the
Oh, was his door closed? Oh, my bad.
yeah, the door would be closed, but I didn't put doors on. Damn it! I thought
No,
I
you're
got
good.
everything.
You're good. we had just been passing through them the
Arjun,
whole
hey,
time,
we're
bro.
here.
Man, take a minus hero point, DM point. We're
And
not
guys-
immersed anymore.
As you guys approach the definitely closed door, you hear what sounds like two people chatting back and forth, very feminine voices. And they seem to be sharing adventure stories. Like one's like, well, you know, there's one time where I fought like 3 bears, and she's like, oh, I fought like 7 werewolves.
Nice.
Yeah, Ileana will just, tap, tap, tap on the door.
And it gets fairly quiet, and you hear the one set of footsteps come approaching the door. And she opens it like gingerly. She's like, Cloven, I told you we weren't going to be eating today. There's no need to bring us any food.
I'm afraid I'm not your two-headed friend. but the one that we have, one that met earlier. I presume you remember me from the cave.
And she opens the door fully at this point. She's like, "Oh," she's like, "My goodness, I didn't know if you guys were going to make it out alive."
We thankfully did, though not without some undue, unfortunate circumstances. We can explain more if we may come in.
Oh yes, please come in, come in. And as she like walks in the room, he says, "It's all right, Esmeralda. You can show yourself." And you see someone like lift a cloak from what seems to be an empty bed and like appears out of thin air.
Oh,
And she like squints and looks at Nikea. She says, "Nikki."
Sorry, I got food in my mouth. Let me get into character real quick.
Cut him off guard.
I wasn't expecting to see her so soon. How would she play this? With this, emotions would run rampant. Nike is an emotional person. She sees somebody who's like family. She's immediately gonna start bawling and then just like run towards her and hug
And
her.
she runs towards you as well. And she says, "Nikki, what? I thought you were dead."
Sobbing. It felt like it. My whole family is gone. You are all that is left. Izzy, and she just keeps crying.
And she's like crying. She's crying in turn too, and she's like holding you by the shoulders. She's like, Madame Ava said that I was the only one left. She said that the Kash were no more.
No, sister, I'm here. I'm right here. And she's like holding her face, weeping. What had happened to you? I heard you were awful things. We found this head in the tower where my mother did her experiments. What is going on?
Yes, Rudolph. He's lost his way.
And that is why he is in the bottom of the lake. So he can think of his punishment. What of the bounty hunter? The one that he stole his child from. Have you seen him?
Yes, Rudolph. He's in name of sound I can't remember for some reason.
Krezek?
Yeah, he's in. No, we're in Krezek now. Damn it.
We're in Kresik.
Oh. Oops.
Of another place. I don't know how to help you with this one, Levi.
Oh man, it's like on the tip of my tongue.
Look at the map, bro.
I was about to say Sarah Pool, but that's the other spot. All these little fucking mini windows.
Yeah, he's in that one place.
Oh, my immersion.
Another DM point gone.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose them all before the end of the day.
But we have. I knew you were alive. We found your tower or your wagon.
Valeki.
Oh,
Lucky.
Valeki.
Rudolph isn't Valeki. He's lost his sanity. He's on a murder mission.
He
But
will
it
lose
is
his
not
life
him.
soon enough. He's
do
the
you
one who
mean?
killed my family. Our family.
No, it was not Rudolph. It was Strahd.
God took my mother and father. He took the rest of them.
It was by Strahd's hand. It was a double play. He set Rudolph against them because he could not move against the Vistani. It was his promise. He used Rudolph as a pawn. He set up the kidnapping. It was all Strahd.
There is no insight. Can I perceive if she's telling the truth?
Roll perception.
I honestly, I have no reason why to assume that she would be lying, but like, am I getting the feeling that she's legitimately telling the truth? Like that's what she
You are
believes,
getting
or
that
she
feeling.
knows? How would you know such a thing?
Because Rudolph taught me everything I know. He saved me from Barovia.
I
Without Rudolph, I would surely be dead.
and he saved you from this killer.
He saved me from Strahd. That's why I'm here to save him.
How would you save that man?
He was used. It is not his fault.
He is dead. His head is in a bottle.
Who are you speaking of?
We're talking about this. What's his name?
She's talking about Von Richter.
I'm talking about. Oh, what the heck is his name?
The dude with the head in the jar.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to find his name.
Oh, my immersion.
I know. Minus 0 points for me.
If
I
only.
can't-
I have to actually go back to the Tirkov Towers because I have notes too.
Oh,
It started with a K, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think my stuff even saved. Because Turkov Tower, aka Van Recken's Tower, is blah 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 blah. Kirill. Upstarted. No, that's not it. Kirill's
Kirill's not.
part of the Wolves.
His name was Yan. Y-A-N. Yan.
Oh, Yin Tekish. It's right here. Was the bastard that got Lee. I have it in my notes. I'm literally reading it over and over, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. I'm speaking of Yin.
Yan was
Yeah.
also a pawn. He was paid to kidnap Rudolph's son.
We are
was
not
all-
supposed to kidnap people.
It was
Why would
all
he
a
do
move. It was all played by Strahd. He set
He
it all up.
accepted it. He accepted it.
Times are tough. We are Vistani. We need to make money. He accepted a job. You cannot punish him for that.
We have other ways. We have Takesh. We have other ways of finding money. Taking children, innocent children, is not one of the ways. You should know this. We have ways to heal. We have ways to craft. We have ways to perform.
You and your mother have ways to heal and craft. That was not all Takesh. That was the chieftain's daughter. That was not the rest of us. Your father may have sheltered you from this life, but this is the Vistani way.
She kind of like, I'm pretty sure they were like on the ground and talking, but she like stands up and she's like, no, this is not the way of the Vistanti, especially not the House of Takesh. You are wrong.
How are you
Word.
telling me I am wrong? You left us all to die.
I was forced to go. You know that.
And we were all forced to stay. And they were all forced to die. While you absconded, you left Barovia.
I came
You left
back.
all of the Takash.
I came back.
Too little, too late. Where are all the Takash? Besides you and I.
Tears begin to well a little bit more. They are in their rightful place now. They are with our ancestors.
Are they?
Yeah.
Do you really believe that? Do you think Strahd lets this happen?
Like
You've seen
now
the
it's
gods and souls. Everyone
it's-
who rises
now
against Strahd.
yeah, now it's kind of like fear. Fear begins to like well up in there.
Dr.
this-
Takesh.
This can't be. It is
Yeah.
another reason why he will die. Have you seen their souls?
I've seen them on the walk from the village of
No.
Borovia.
No, you lie. You lie.
Why would I lie? I seen my own father and mother there. I seen your father and mother.
We are Vasanti. We are not. They should not be cursed like this.
They are bound to the land of Borovia as the land of Borovia sees fit. Strahd is the land.
The rest of. And then like that bile starts to come up again. She's. I need a moment. Why is he doing this?
Dr. Takesh,
Yes.
you hold Von Rechten's journal, no? That would perhaps aid you in presenting your point about Von Richten and his actions. And if I may, Lady Esmeralda, my name is Eliana, if I may introduce myself. I do not presume to put myself into the middle of your people's sorrows, but atrocity, even by inaction, is an atrocity still, no?
But an atrocity moved by the hand of another man is not the fault of the man who moved the atrocity.
Yet he must
You
still pay
cannot
for his
punish someone
actions.
for making a bad decision.
You can, and you
Yes,
should.
you can. Yes, you can. You chose to make the decision.
You chose to leave. You chose.
I was forced.
You left us all to die. You
My
chose
brothers.
this.
My
And
brothers
we all
forced me.
died because of it. Because you were too stubborn. All you
No.
had to do was take Strahd in marriage. We all would be happy now. But it's not. You made that decision for everyone when you left. When your father said, by his dead body, Strahd would have you, Strahd made it so. That was his decision, and we all suffered because of it. Am I punishing you now? You cannot punish someone for making a bad choice.
Sounds like you are punishing me, sister.
I bear you no ill will. I'm telling you the truth. If the truth hurts, then I'm sorry. But it is the truth. I'm not punishing you with the truth. I need you to understand it.
Your truth cuts deep. It ripped open my heart. Don't know
What
what
do
to
you
say.
want of me? You want me to sit here and be happy? I'm happy you're alive. I'm happy you are here. But we can't change the past. We can only change the future.
What would you have me do?
I'm here to do what you said you came to do. Kill Strahd.
So be it.
But I will not allow you to punish Rudolph. He saved me when no one else would.
And Yen?
Yin was already punished by Rudolph. He's a head in a jar. What more punishment could he have?
He is in the bottom of LA.
Headed in the jar at the bottom of the lake, yeah.
Why? He's already a head in a jar.
I was
What more
angry.
punishment could he possibly have?
I was angry. We know
Again,
where he is. We can
It is your
pull him out.
stubbornness that puts you in this place. If you are not your father's daughter, I don't know who you are.
I am stubborn. I know. I am
But it's
sorry.
all right, girl. And she's like rubbing her thumb like under your eye and like wiping away your tears. She's like, it's all right. What is done is done. We cannot live in the past.
It's hard. I see their faces. All of them.
And Ileana will try to usher Bianca and Etesian out of the room for a second.
And you can tell like Bianca's like eating up all this drama. She loves this. He's like trying to stay in the room.
Lee. So what do we do now? I know we must kill Strahd. But how? How do we get strong enough and get close enough? Well,
Maybe
actually, we
that's
know
all
how
we
to get
need
close
the
to him.
roadmap.
He wants us
Before you
there for
defeat
dinner.
Strahd, we must know Strahd.
No, Strahd. What must we know? He is a vampire. He is the land, and she's obviously.
Hands in the air, just like,
yeah. I know
Yeah,
that we must find different things to hunt and use against him, like the Sunblade. Allies.
there are artifacts all over the land of Barovia. Many people have come to find them, but none have left to take them with them.
Will you come with us?
I have to find Rudolph. I have to protect him from himself. I can't have him out here killing more Vistani.
Once you find him and persuade him, will you come with us?
The only person I've ever met more stubborn than you is him.
Can I perceive if she's in love with him? Am I getting a feeling? Like, is her face, like, flushing a bit when she
No,
speaks of him?
if you roll a perception, it doesn't have to be a huge perception. It's more of a mentor-mentee relationship.
Ah, okay. Ahsoka and Anakin thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, for a moment there, it sounded like you were interested in him.
No, he's nearly 3 times my age.
Doesn't matter.
It mattered to you when you turned down Strahd.
He
And
is
she says it kind of
undead.
laughing.
He is undead.
You didn't
No.
know that at the time.
Not my type. Again, I am sorry, sister. It has been hard. I left one problem and I went into another with a war. A war that I wasn't. Don't know why I was there.
I lost a lot in my life too. And she kind of like knocks on her right leg, and you hear it's metal. And it starts to make sense that the gate was off before leaving the cart.
May I? Looking at her leg, pointing at it.
He's like, it's a work of beauty.
Looking at it. Is it fully connected? Can I tell? Like auto mail?
No, it's not fully connected,
Just okay.
but it is very extravagant.
I can make a better one. Who made this one?
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Well, if you forgive him, I
Come
forgive
to
him.
Lycanthropy. I cut off my own leg.
That is interesting. We have a person here who chose to be one.
And she's like looking quizzically. Why would anyone choose that life?
She is an interesting character. She is a
2 people, right?
Well, Etesian was he willing?
I wasn't willing, but I got bit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the willing person. 2 willing people. Yeah. I have an interesting group of friends. New friends. I hope you will treat them well. They have kept me alive. And I think I'd kept them alive as well.
I I will do what I can for you and your group, but our goals are the same. We have to eliminate Strahd. But I have to save Rudolph from himself first.
I promise I will not kill him. I will learn to forgive. I will try to be more like you. Pretty and confident.
And she kind of like takes your chin between her thumb and forefinger, and she's like, "You have always been prettier than me. You know this."
Lie. Anyways, do you know where he is now? Or at least the heading of where he is?
Strahd or Rudolph?
Rudolph. We know where Strahd will be. He wants to have a dinner with us in due time. So we must gather relics and artifacts and warriors to fight with us.
All I know is Rudolph was last seen in your mother's tower.
He
I
was
tracked-
not there.
I tracked him down there, but I don't know. He must be in disguise.
Interesting. Your wagon is still there. Why is it there?
I was hoping if Rudolph came back to the tower, then he would know I was here.
It's a good thing we didn't steal it.
You wouldn't know the password.
That is true.
And besides, Vistani do not steal. She's mocking you.
We do not take children. I know what I said. Of course, we will steal anything. Anyways, it is wonderful to see you. I'm glad you are still alive. I was beginning to get scared.
It's good to see you too, sister. I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
True. But, my friends, I'll step out and then kind of
Well, I
like
was
wave them in.
I was gonna say I wanted to talk to Bianca while they were having their conversation.
Alright.
Just like this convo was having at the same time.
That'll make sense. What are you saying
Yeah.
to Bianca?
She says, "Miss Bianca, there's something that has caught my ear while we were listening in on the conversation in there. You and your pack are after von Richten, no?
Yes, we want him dead.
May I ask what your relationship with Esmeralda is?
Oh, I just met her today.
This is going to become quite the conundrum. Is there?"
What do you want us to do?
She's kind of like just gets this real pensive.
Kiro's very adamant about blood for blood.
If Kirill was no longer an issue, would von Richten's blood no longer be an issue either?
That's a big if. Kiro is a strong man.
Let me propose another hypothetical to you in this instance. If perhaps he bestowed his curse on one and then lost a duel to the death, would that duel be recognized by your pack?
And she kind of raises an eyebrow at you, and she's like, "What happened after we left?"
Quite a lot. To be
He's standing right there. I'd probably pull down my sleeve and show her that I was bit.
And she like takes you very roughly by your forearm, and she brings the wound up.
Sir
It smells like frick.
Yes, Sir Artesian was certainly bit, but he was not bit by Kuro. She points back to Lucia. She says, "That one, the large lady in the back, is the one who was both bit by and defeated Kuro."
she flexes.
Who bit Masquerade?
Oh, that's a different story.
I was born into this.
Oh, yeah.
And Bianca kind of like flips her
He-
braid back behind her shoulder. She's like, she always loves women with white hair.
Oh boy.
She's a good match. I will say that for certain.
And she kind of sighs. She's like, I can't believe you would just give this gift to just anyone.
Well, by the point that we had confronted him, he knew that death was either by our hand or by Strahd's hand. And he chose at least to go out on his own terms in a fight against Lady Lucia back there.
And Guinness sacrificed himself as well.
Skinner said he was going to hold off Kirill. What happened?
Well, Kirill was not so merciful, I suppose. He was in the way of one of his blows when they came charging toward us. She is 100% lying, obviously.
Yeah, we got us. We got to cover it up a little bit.
I was gonna say, can Bianca beat that? Give me a deception.
Gotcha.
Can we aid her?
That's
Everybody's
good.
telling the story, right?
That's a good perception. Or deception right there. Nice.
Pass off.
29. We gonna BG3 it? We gonna guidance?
I feel like guidance is gonna be too much of like a.
Too obvious.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Soleil will like that shit's true, angrily.
Angrily. Bianca's like, I have no reason to doubt you.
That's right, you don't.
Yeah, I was like, thank you. You're hell.
We
Good.
were, we were in the middle
I
of a parlay
apologize,
and
Bianca.
things went left.
Yes, it was quite unfortunate. We're sorry for another loss to your pack.
Skinnis was a great man. He was so good with the cubs.
He was very brave in the face of battle.
That he was.
Flashback scene. Very brave.
Just just evaporated.
Flashback to the stubborn Nikea firing off the first shot without asking questions.
Huh? What you talking about, man?
And Bianca's like, your friend is a lot older than most people when they take the change. She's going to need some guidance.
I got that.
That is. Well, then she definitely perks up. She says, "Well, does this mean that the results of that duel are recognized?"
If she takes the change, is the question.
I see. Well, I suppose we will have to wait and ensure that. But to go back to the earlier question, does that nullify your blood hunt against von Richten?
Also, were you volunteering to help guide her?
If she takes the change and she becomes a wolf, she is the alpha.
I like the way you
But should
think.
she succumb to the curse and go wild, then she is also an enemy of our pack.
So you say she will need this guidance to keep herself from going wild?
It's a rough change, especially for someone who is a barbarian before they are a werewolf.
Well, I think
And like-
Lucia probably says something about being of the wolf. Yada yada. Her clan is of the wolf. You know
Yada yada.
that whole thing.
Yada yada.
Ileana definitely has that look of like, I bit off way the fuck more than I could chew. I didn't sign up for all that.
Masquerade steps in like most barbarians can't handle their fury. We are different.
I suppose we will have to do everything we can to ensure she keeps her right mind during her transformation, as well as you, Sir Artesian. We have 2 transformations to look forward to. That is very good. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, maybe we
And
should throw him in a
Bianca-
tower or something.
Bianca looks at you guys.
You're not gonna throw me in a tower.
Bianca looks at you guys very gravely. Should your friends harm an innocent when they change, then it is our way that we hunt down people who give a bad name to our clan.
I like that.
Ooh, I like that too. That's
I
pretty
understand.
good.
We will do everything we can to make sure that doesn't come to pass.
I would like to know one thing about this transformation. If I were to accept this transformation, would I still be able to go back to my homeland? Or would I...
You would know more about your homeland than anything.
I think he's asking would he be able to leave even like after the curse is done.
Gotcha.
That is a good question for Strahd Bondarovich, because we do not stop anyone from leaving Borovia.
kill Strahd?
Seems, yeah, all paths lead to Strahd.
Yes, my brother will do that.
Strahd is the land.
Great idea.
Well, Bianca, is there anything you can tell us as to how we can at least help temper the cursed blood when their transformation comes?
Should you wrap them in silver while they are changing,
Excuse me.
they should be immobilized.
In like a silver blanket? What do you mean?
Silver chains,
Hmm.
silver chainmail.
Is this something that your clan has at the ready?
We would have it prepared. Or we still able to go back to our den.
Well,
The den should be clear to now.
yeah, I think we could have that arranged.
There,
But,
there may be a mess to clean.
Yes, we did not clean out the bodies.
Did the werewolf bodies turn to dust or anything like that, or were they just bodies?
No, we put them in the bag.
So we cleaned up a little
Put in the
bit.
bag.
I think we put all of them in the bag, didn't we?
There were 6,
You scooped up what you could of Skinners.
and then I got
Oh.
some werewolves in there too.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Yeah, she gives her the the Skinnish ash. I forgot what we put it in, like jar or bottle. Oh yes, I forgot that this is what we could gather of Skinnis. I figured you may want to have it, so you may do as you will with it.
I'm gonna, as a DM, I'm gonna give you a chance here. You're gonna hand her the ashes of Skinners.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I won't do that.
Yeah. No, never mind. No, I will not do that. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want. Why the in ashes?
Oh, that our story's not storying, right?
Yeah.
What happened was
That math ain't mathing right now.
One of the
Yeah,
things
right
where
now.
Yeah, didn't click until you're like, I'm gonna give you that chance, bro.
We figured it out.
I mean, I was gonna say like, oh, like maybe we just kind of cremated them afterward, but I don't know why keep lying. keep it simple.
yeah, she already accepted the lie. Let's just not
Right.
build another lie for no reason.
Just gotta have to dump those ashes out somewhere.
Yeah. We'll just have to free him into the wind or something.
Yeah.
Make sure we kick the pile of ash back into the den.
But past that, I don't think there's anything else you wanted to ask her that I can think of.
Is there like any reason why the clan wouldn't go back to the den at this point?
Well, if you recall, when you guys were approaching the den, they had wards against the undead in
Yeah.
place. If Strahd made it to their den, then that means the wards were useless.
Right.
Can we not reward it?
I guess why would they go
And you
back
can't.
if that's if
Why go back if
Strahd
it's not
knows that's
protected?
if Strahd knows that's
Yeah.
where their den is? Why would they go back? I guess.
We'd have to do strong rewards that we probably
Do we?
don't know yet.
I guess that I could just be forgetting. Do we remember why or how Strahd learned the den was there? Was that because of Kirill or whatever his name was?
Yeah, he snitched.
He snitched on him,
Yeah,
thinking
Kirill
he was doing
or
something good.
Emil. We weren't really able to garner.
Well, I thought we deciphered through the check that he was lying about a meal.
Did we? I wasn't too clear on that.
From what I remember, yeah, we pretty much did like a perception check as an insight, and he was lying about that part.
Oh, okay.
Or did you presume he was lying?
We may never know. So
We
then,
definitely can't ask him.
Bianca, is the clan looking for a permanent place to stay now? I guess, obviously, but
Or a new den.
yeah, new den. Is that
Without
the
an
plan?
alpha, without an alpha to lead us, we are scattered to the winds.
And the full moon's not for like a whole nother fucking month, right?
Nearly.
So there's
Yeah,
no
'cause
alpha.
It said that
There
we just
likely
passed.
won't be an alpha for a month.
Will the initial transformation take a month?
No. It won't take a month.
Oh,
About how many days are we thinking of?
Kirill was a strong wolf. This could take days.
yeah. I guess I was under the assumption it would just happen whenever the next full moon was.
So what do we
It
need?
makes us our most powerful. But it does not control what we change.
So what
go
we need
get
to
the
do then-
fucking
Your friend in the
chains.
back can tell you that.
We need to get some silver to wrap Lady Lucia and the Tesian. For if this transformation happens when we're not prepared for it, that would be not very good.
Worst case scenario, we hold one of them down with Daybreaker.
Yeah.
We have the pelts.
You have 3 pelts.
I just leave it at that.
Don't specify which pelts.
So, Bianca, assuming the change goes well and Lucia is recognized as an alpha, then the pack can come back together and a new den can be found and used. Is that sort of line up with what you would think would be logical?
This is our way. When the alpha calls on the new moon, we will answer.
Okay.
Will she be able to contact? Will she be able to get in contact before the new moon?
If the change takes,
I see.
if she calls, we will answer.
This is good. We simply must get past this next trial then.
This might be one of the hardest things she's ever done.
I
don't know anything about what life she's lived before this.
have faith in Lady Lucia to see this one through.
And good luck to you as well, Birdman.
Birdman.
I've never seen a werewolf with feathers before.
Yes, I am quite interested to see what happens. I will have to be taking plenty of notes there. Oh yeah, to go Bad time for the sun.
Our damn wolves are gone.
Uh, while I'm standing next to Lucilia, he says, "And sorry for calling them puny wolves."
Sorry, not sorry, to be honest.
I was gonna say they weren't so puny when you was on the ground before.
Ooh,
Got him, bro.
Sounds like we had 3 pelts and I'm still here.
Touche.
I think we can sync back up as both conversations
All right. So
draw to their close.
Nakia and Esmeralda are opening back up that door and inviting you guys back in.
Yep.
Is that what we're calling it? Continue.
Oh yeah, it is.
Still
It
got
is
10 minutes
7:50.
unless there's anything else you guys want to address.
Is Quicksilver silver?
it is.
Fantastic.
Because it is an alchemical thing that's kind of like what the heck is it? Kind of like the potency oil, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check.
So I think Lucia might be learning mercurial stride.
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. This is different. Quicksilver is different. I'm sorry.
Damn.
There's another one it's literally silver, a liquid silver that you can apply to your weapons or
this one-
ammunition for like.
I was gonna say, what's a mercurial stride?
Here, let me.
It's a Quicksilver mutagen. It allows you to do some benefits to where you can get faster. Shoot, you teach me the formula, I'll put it in my book and learn it.
Oh, it's a spell. Where the fuck is it? Is it not in here yet? Here, let me just copy what like the base thing says.
Is that a feat?
It's a occult spell.
Oh,
And the thing that I was thinking of it's called Silver Sheen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a level 2 alchemy thing. It's actually pretty cool for what we would want.
This shit's nasty. Apparently you turn into like this silver and then you can fucking like go through people.
turn to fucking Alex Mack.
For real. Passing to a creature space exposes poisoning. Godly.
Now that you have Esmeralda and Bianca in the same room, is there anything that you guys want to address?
I feel like we should ask about some of the things Madame Ava talked to us about. See if they have any clues.
Yeah, especially with her mentioning the artifacts.
Right. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Madame Ava's readings. Got so many good things in here.
There's a lot.
I think I can still pop you guys over to the reading page.
Because I know one of them we were confused about. Under a mountain of gold coin.
That one's at the castle, yeah?
Did we get an affirmative on that one?
I believe that one was at the mansion or at the castle.
I see a dark room full of bottles. It is the tomb, and that one was at the wine.
Yeah,
the winery.
Wine.
Okay.
Wine wizard.
And then Tales of a Weapon of Vengeance and Sword of Sunlight, Deep Mountains. Specifically, that one was the one that was at where's Barovia's map? Mount Gakis is that what we were, or what's X? The Amber Temple.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be one of the questions I would ask. As Izzy is like, Madam Ava spoke to us about a specific card. The power and strength. It tells of a weapon and vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She said she sees a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road deep in the mountains. Would she be speaking of the mountains of Gakis? Is that how you say it, Gakis?
Yes, she would. There's a temple there. It's a very cold trek.
Do you know any information about that place? It has been a while for me. I don't remember the stories.
I know that it is a place filled with the bones of wizards.
Looking at Soleil and Ileana. The bones of wizards.
I mean, I did not put the wizards there.
That is not why I'm looking at you.
she has a very like shit-eating grin. No, it does.
There is untold knowledge and untold power in the Amber Temple. And that's why many wizards have gone there to die, looking for new knowledge.
It seems a person of quarry may have gone there as well. So he would be ignoring the lessons of Nethys if he had done so.
I know we also need to go to Argenvostold as well. I don't remember why.
Argenvostold was where the winery was, right?
No.
The
That is,
winery was the Wizard of Wines.
yeah, that is south of here.
Ah,
Argenvostold.
Argenvostold is said to have been a legion of soldiers that were under the banner of a dragon, a silver dragon.
Ah, That is-
That.
we were hoping to find allies. That is why.
Mm, sort of.
You never know.
I think
Dragon.
Argenvostold
Dragon.
is supposed to have a sister who's wanted his bones returned.
Yeah, that. I don't think we were looking for allies. I think we were looking for, well, I don't know what you call it.
that quarry.
Bastille.
And where
Wants
could we
retribution.
find his sister?
His sister is not in Barovia. She's said to have raised a army of soldiers of her own.
We have much to discuss. We must figure out where we would need to go first. I think the winery towards the Amber Temple would be the best bet. But I do want to go back to the rest of the Visanti so we can get our reward.
Oh yes, there was a wagon being prepared for us. And we
Also-
disappeared for who knows how long.
If we could go find those silver chains, that might also be, if they're just at the den. I mean, the den wasn't too far from here, right?
I think it took us a few hours.
Yeah, not that long.
I mean, I feel
Not
like
only that,
we should
can
definitely
we
do that.
can we ask Lucia if she can actually determine how long we were gone? You know, ask the stars when she gets
I
back next
thought we
session.
tried to do that and it was inconclusive.
I was,
But-
I don't know.
I think she might have just had a bad roll on that one though.
And that's what I'm saying. So like new day, because we did sleep, and we came here. So it's all like
I mean, did we know what? In theory, did we know what day it was when we left? Can't we just ask like Bianca or somebody what day it is?
That's almost smart enough to work.
You know?
that sounds about right. Like why didn't we think of that earlier?
Yeah.
I guess that's up to the DM. Did we know a day?
I mean, you guys definitely knew what day you left.
So I'll argue for this, right? So okay, if you're gonna just say that we knew what day it was when we left, then great. I don't even have to argue it. My argument was like Soleil, in theory, although I'm not keeping up with it anymore, was keeping a journal. So he likely would have been putting the date in there. But if you're good with us just knowing, yeah, I would ask Bianca. This may seem like a weird question. Do you know what day it is?
And she let you know, like, basically, you guys have been gone for like 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Well, time flies when you're having fun. And then I give her a wink.
We were not having fun. We were
2
being
weeks.
attacked.
It was kind of fun.
We could not possibly have been gone that long. I know we could have, but the goddamn Feywild.
The first world is dangerous.
And Bianca's like, "Oh man, you guys went through that gate?"
Not by choice.
It was another situation where we were forced. We did not know.
Yeah, I could tell you all about it. It was great.
I gave up a lot of memories there.
To come back.
Yes, I had to talk to a satyr.
Sweet man. I don't think we gave anything up, to be honest.
I don't know about that.
But I probably would not remember.
You were gonna give something up.
I was.
Ileana was like, "Nah, that's not."
Well, what time of day is it? This is still pretty early, right?
Yeah, you guys would have gotten here like because you guys took off
In
from
the morning.
from the den, right? In the early morning.
Yeah.
So
I
it'd probably
guess
be like 2-3 in the afternoon.
I guess we would have time to technically go back to the den to get the chains, and then rest there for the night, and then we could proceed from there to it's up to the group to go to the winery and then go further down south to the Anvil Temple.
You also already know a blacksmith that works with silver.
That we do. But hey, if they're already made, bro, then we don't have to pay for it.
Well, we were going to give the pelts for some stuff anyway, though, right?
Yeah, and that's going back too. So like we would head
you
back
guys
to
would have
the,
to go back that way anyway to get the cart if that's what you wanted.
and that's if it's still there. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're Vistani. They'll hold it until we get there. So yeah, it's honestly when we get the full group back.
Also, before we leave, I'm gonna give Bianca some stationery so that she could write me as a pen pal.
All right, that's a bet.
Does Bianca approve though?
Go ahead and give me that Riz roll.
Yeah, give us the Riz, bro.
I want it.
Can I do an
Can you
athletics check?
wingman?
Can I do an athletics check to like hype him up a little bit here?
Oh boy.
I'll give it to me.
Man, yeah, you make him look good.
I'm taking it. Here we go.
I'll say like, how do you hype him up athletically?
Bro, like it's like
Not that he needed it.
You know, you kind of like, you know, that pretty much
the
like
dance movies, bro. He's like threw me out and I fucking popped up and then, held
right.
out the stationery like, please write me.
The halo behind him.
Yeah. It's like if
he,
I could
he stuck
be,
the landing.
you know, if I could be a bit forward, I would love for you to write me.
She's like, you want me to write you a letter? Where will you be? Where will I have it delivered to?
Well, you know, there's only
Does
so
it
many
matter what
towns.
that
Just
first degree?
put it somewhere, and I'll find it.
And she's like laughing like bashfully at the same time, and she's like, okay, I'll write you a letter.
Awesome. He just walks off happy.
I guess we are going to the den.
He kind of like taps his chest twice, points up like, Saren Ray, you got me.
I say you're in luck because Kirill's actually was her mate, so
Oh.
she's single again.
Nice.
Oh,
Who
bro.
knew?
Bro.
I don't know what like the medieval term for thirsty is, but that's definitely what Eliana thinks this entire group is.
Hey man,
Oh,
we've
yeah,
only
yeah.
played Baldur's Gate, bro. It's just
Yeah.
it's the adventure's
Come on.
life.
Bro, we were in wars. We gotta loosen up every once in a while.
When you're
Oh, she's
constantly
stubborn.
in the threat of death, you know.
Oh no, I think you guys are totally right about it. Eliana's just a stuffy noble girl.
It's funny. I was looking at the there was a TikTok that was like, "Man, this game is so horny," and then someone was like, "Is it though? Is it really?" Like these people are days away from death, and they're like the hottest people in the whole entire world.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're super not wrong with what they're doing.
Dude, you look at like almost like specifically like the restaurant business. It's like you work with anyone that closely for a long time, like
Yeah.
things happen.
I mean, just look at the Olympic Village. Like,
Right.
Oh,
motherfuckers
yeah.
are constantly banging. It's just what happens, man. Get a bunch of hot
That
people
many
together.
hot
They're gonna,
people in that close of content and
yeah,
contact. Like, it's
they're gonna bone.
I'm just telling you, Nikea sees both Tirvez and Lucia as beefy versions of the opposite sex. She's gonna want them.
She's approved of both.
She approves of both. She likes the beefiness.
We got Halson and Karlak right here.
Yo, full tilt.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, brother.
That's funny.
And Dr. Nikea's in. She's gonna bag.
Gotta get the bag.
She bagging.
She's got to get the bag, man. It's gonna happen.
Now that she's finally got rid of Gertruda.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then she's
Gertrude's
got that one werewolf girl that she's gonna try and find too.
See, you
She's
should have
about-
left her some stationery, bro.
Nah, I'll be able to
Werewolf
find her
like
now
right
that I'll be able to find her since Lucy is about to be the new
Yeah.
boss.
We'll have a little werewolf party.
Yeah, see? Ow.
Where party?
Were party.
There you
It
go.
is.
You got a were-bird, a were-dragon, and werewolves.
You never know, man. It depends on who bites me first. It'll happen. GG's though, y'all. That was fun.
GG, indeed.
Hell yeah,
It was a fun one.
GG's. Good
This does
set.
kind of get me to wondering, like, werewolves are like very protective of like who they give their gift to. How
Sure.
does Tirvez deal with it?
So, I mean, pretty much being born into it and never actually meeting other were dragons, he kind of doesn't have like that cultural pressure because I am the standard. There is no one else. So it's kind of like he has more of an arrogance about what he is because he knows how unique it is. Even when he meets other were people, he knows he's probably not.
He
gonna
thinks he's
come across-
superior.
They're pretty much like, okay, you're a were bear. I'm a fucking dragon, motherfucker. Right? You know,
Yeah,
so-
what's a bear to a dragon, bro?
Cold-blooded.
That's good shit.
puny
Unintended.
wolves kept me out, but you know, now that I got a real barbarian over here, I gotta kind of step back. You ain't too puny over there.
Like, nah, I respect it.
That kind of hurt.
So I'm wondering, like, would Tirvez pass on his gift to someone else, like if they were like willing or accepting of it?
No, definitely not. They would have to be like super worthy, I guess. Like he would have to think extremely highly of that person.
All right,
Or,
so let's
It would have to be like a Soleil type of person for him to.
I was gonna
pass that.
say, like, if we say, for instance, you get, you have a child, and say, for instance, it doesn't pass on naturally, would it then be something that you would try to pass on afterwards?
I would probably wait until they were older and stronger.
Yeah,
But maybe
like a
just
rite
for
of
the
passage type shit.
right. But like, I wouldn't want to bear that on a child.
Sure.
'cause,
So even if they were like, if they didn't choose it, you wouldn't force it on them. It'd be like something that they'd have to want to do and then prove to you they were worthy.
Not just me, but probably how he's set up. I would have to get that approval and blessing from Saren Ray as well.
Sure.
I see it as a gift from Saren Ray. Like everyone else views it as a curse, I view it as a gift.
Sure.
Frick had no problem biting me.
Nah, bruh. Cool beans.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like in my mind,
was-
I'm like everyone else struggles with the wear side of it, and I embrace it.
Yeah.
It makes sense too, because like dragons are pretty arrogant about who they are. You know what I mean?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
that pride makes it fits totally.
Aaron
Oh,
that's
Ray
good shit.
balances them out.
That was a good lore drop. Taking this.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
That inspo.
Cool.
But I think
Alright,
that's
let's-
about it for tonight.